Students, this is Saboni Dhara in Dhara Education, and I'm going to present a new video based on standard 8th standard. Okay, and the topic is third, that is indices and cube roots. Basically, I'm going to give you a detailed information and explanation about this particular chapter and topic, and based on that all the students will able to understand the consequences of all the conditions and the rules which should be followed by in this topic. So stay tuned. Students, if you really like my videos, do not forget to click on the bell icon to subscribe my channel Dhara Education. And if you like my videos really, please do not forget to click on the thumbs up and comment on my comment box your doubts and your views. And don't forget to share my videos to your friends and families who are in need of it. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. God bless you. 8th standard. Today we will going to start with the chapter number 3, that is indices and cube root. So the very first rule I'm going to show you is about index form of a number. Index form of a number. So let's start. Say for example, 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is equals to 5 raised to 4. So here students, the base is called, this is called as a base number. This is called as a base number, and the number of multiplications, that is 5, second 5, third 5, fourth 5. That's why we have written here this. Okay. So this is called index number. Index number. Am I clear? This is only called as what? Index form. This is called as an index form. What it is called? This number is called as index form. Today, students, we will going to see about the law of indices. So what do you mean by law of indices? We will going to start. If, for example, A and B both are not equals to 0, okay, and they are called as an rational numbers. So what if it is going to be? M and N are integers. So the conditions will be and the law of indices will be different. The very first rule is A raised to M multiplied by A raised to N. So if you will see the multiplication sign over here, so what will be the answer? A M plus N. This is a law of indices. So on the other hand, the second one, the second law of indices, A raised to M divided A raised to N is equals to the same method. If the division is there, you have to make it very simple. M, A raised to M minus N. That's it. If A raised to 0, then we have the value of only 1. Now, listen it very carefully. As I have already discussed earlier, that this position is called as index. This position is called as what? Index. So if the index value is 0, then the value will be 1. It is a rule. It is a law of indices. The next one is If A is raised to 1, so the answer will be A only. So this is the another fourth law of indices. The another one, if A raised to minus M, the things will be 1 upon A raised to M. So this is another law of indices which you need to remember thoroughly. The next one is A multiplied by B the whole raised to M. So the answer will be A raised to M multiplied by B raised to M. The next one is A raised to M with bracket N. So in this particular condition, A, we have to take it A as it is, and then M is going to multiple with N. So the things will be, we can write A raised to M N. The next, A upon B the whole M raised to M. The things will be A raised to M upon B raised to M. The next one is A upon B minus M. So if the minus indices is there, so we need to make it reciprocal, that is B upon A, okay, bracket M. So the things will be positive if we will do the reciprocal. We will going to see meaning of the numbers when the indices is a rational number of the form 1 upon n. We will going to see the procedure and the meaning about the indices for the rational number in the form 1 upon n. So for example students, if I have written here 6 raised to 2, that is it is called as 6 square. So it means what? 6 multiplied by 6 gives you 36. Alright. So how we need to write this form? So now square root of 36. I mean to say square root of 36 is written as root of 36, or it can also be written as 36 the whole bracket 1 upon 2, which symbolizes that it is a square. So this is the another example, 5 raised to 3. It means what? 5 cube. Exactly. So here 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. So 5 5s are 25 and 25 5s are gives you 125. So how we have to write this statement? Let's start. So it can be written like this, that is cube root of 125. Why cube? Because 3 times it is going to be multiple of 125 is written as root cube. Cube root 125 or 125 the whole 1 upon 3. So in this particular example, 4 raised to 6, it means what? 4 multiple 4 multiple 4 multiple 4 multiple 4 multiple 4. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. If we will going to multiply this, what will be the answer? 4 4s are 16, 4 4s are 16, 4 4s are 16. Now, so the answer will be 4096 by multiplying all the 16 together. Okay. So how we need to write this thing? 6th root of 4096 is 4. It means that 6th root of 4096. 4096 is what? Exactly 4. Because 4 is going to be multiple with 6 times to get 4096. So henceforth we can write like this, that is 6th root of 4096 is what? 4. So now we can write like this as well, as we have taken the statements like that previously. That is 6 root of 4096 is written as root of 6, that is 4096, or 4096 the whole 1 upon 6. So in this also you can write so. So students, today I am going to solve on the books, as because of the load shedding I could not able to show you on the board. So previous whatever the videos I have shown you the steps in the previous clips, please concentrate on that. And today I am going to start with the 8th standard practice set 3.1, that is express the following numbers in index form. So how it will be? It's very simple and easy tricks you need to understand. Whatever the 5th root is there, or 6th root is there, or square root is there, or cube root is there, so you have to place it in the power of the particular number which is mentioned over here. So the first answer will be, the first question is 5th root of 13. It means that 13 we will write first, and then 5th root. 5th root means exactly it is 1 upon 5. That's it. 6th root of 9. It means the answer will be 9 bracket 1 upon 6. Very easy. Square root of 256. It means 2, 5, 6, 1 upon 2. Okay. Then cube root of 17. 17 cube. Cube means what? Exactly it is 1 upon 3. If square is 1 upon 2, then cube will be 1 upon 3. Next one, 8th root of 100 will be 100 1 upon 8. 7th root of 30 will be 30 1 upon 7. Alright, so this is all with the practice set 3.1 question number 1 and sub question I have shown you. So students, this is the next sum of practice set 3.1, that is write in the form nth root of a in each of the following numbers. So here are the questions which I have written. Okay, so in this question I am going to write now the answers. So the question will be in the different way. In the previous question I have solved with the numbers, that is in words I used to do it. So here already the number is given here and we need to solve it in the words. So how we have to pronounce that? We need to pronounce that nth root of a. A is the number, okay, and nth means the raising, that is the power of that particular a. A will be the number. So the in the same case we will going to start and we will going to write the statement in a proper systematic wordings. Now the first one will be 81 1 upon 4 raised to 1 upon 4. So in this particular thing, how we need to write? 4th root of 81. That's it. So 81 will be here, and 1 upon 4, it means what? 4th. Alright. So here 1 upon 2 means what? It is not second. You cannot write second. Here you need to write square. Alright. So here we will write square root of 49. Full stop. So now 15 1 upon 5. So 1 upon 5 will written as 5th root. 5th root of 15. Alright. Next one is 512 raised to 1 upon 9. It means what? 9th root. N-I-N. Okay, many of the students, they make the mistakes of the numbers. Numericals, how the spellings of the numbers. 9th will be like this, N-I-N-T-H. so please don't get confused on that, else you may get a deduction over there, marks cut हो सकते हैं. So please, ninth root of 512. Next one is 100 raised to 1 upon 19th. So here 19th is written. So we will write 19th. All right. 19th root of 100. On the other hand, the last one, 6 1 upon 7, it means what? 7th root of 6. That's it. So this is what the question number 2 all about. Nothing else is there. It's very simple and easy. You just need to understand the language of the max. That's it. Indices. Students, this is another practice set, that is 3.2 of 8th standard SSC board. Now in this particular practice set, they are talking about the question number first. They are talking about the complete the following table, wherein the first sum is already been explained in the textbook, that is 225 raised to 3 upon 2, which is cube of square root of 225. It means that cube power of the root. So power means what? The power, the uppermost position is called as a power, and the root is called as the square, means 2. Here is it is the root and this is the power. Okay, so cube of square root of, whose root it is? 225. Same way, root of the power, the vice versa. So the root will be again square root of cube of 225. So it is just a reciprocal, nothing else. Here the power is given first preferences, and over here the root is given as a first preferences, and here it is second preferences root, and here it is the power is the second preferences. But on the other hand, you need to understand power, the position of the power is the numerator over here. Actually there is no numerator as called, it is called the power. This is power place and this is root place of each and every sum, all right. So here you need to understand very clearly that p means the uppermost part, and the r means the lower part of the power of this 225. Okay, so you need to please understand that power will be 3 and root will be square 2. Okay, so now we will going to solve the next one, 45 raised to 4 upon 5. So here, as I discussed, that this is a power, so I will write here fourth power of 5 is given a fifth root of 45. So fourth is here, fifth root is here, and 45 is here. Okay, same vice versa we need to see here as well. So what will be the first preferences? 5, that is fifth root of fourth power of 45. All right. Next sum, 81 raised to 6 upon 7. So it will be sixth power of seventh root of 81. As simple as that. Next one is the preferences goes to 7, that is the root. Okay, so seventh root of sixth power of 81. That's it. All right. So here you can see I have solved all the problems. So I just show you that the fourth power of 10th root of 100. Your fourth power of 10th root. Why I have taken 10th over here? Because here 100 is there. Alright. So based on that you need to understand 10th root of 100. Here I have written fourth root power of 10th root, because 10 is here, of 100, and 10th root of fourth power of 100. Over here 21 raised to 3 upon 7, it means cube. 3 means you never should write in the place of 2 you need to use square, in the place of 3 you need to use cube of 7th root of 21, and here 7th root of cube of 21. Alright, so this is it, the exercise of question number 1. Complete the following table. Very easy, very clear to understand. Okay, students, this is the next question, that is write the following numbers in the form of rational indices. So in the rational indices, in the previous sum which we have done, that we have used the wordings, the language of indices. So in this particular question we have to convert this language, this statement, into numericals. Okay, same rules and same procedure. I just show you the things how to write. See now, 121 is here, right? You need to write here 121. Okay, make it bracket, and then square root of fifth power. As I told you, power will be the upwards and root will be the downwards, correct? So we have to do the same thing like fifth power. It means 5 upon square is written, that's why I have written 2. As simple as that. On the other hand, the second one is cube of fourth root of 324. Okay, so we will going to write here 324. I have written here so that you all can understand and visible to you all. So 324 bracket closed both the side. Then here they are talking about cube of fourth root. Okay, so fourth root here and cube is here, correct? On the other hand, the third one, fifth root of square of 264. So we will going to write 264 first, close the bracket, and then fifth root of square. It means what? Fifth root 5 will be here and square means 2. Okay. On the other hand, cube of cube root of 3. It means 3. First we will write 3. Close the bracket on both the side. Then cube of cube root. That's a great thing, you know, because 3 upon 3 and here also 3. So that's it. It's very simple and easy. Just you need to keep in mind whatever the nth number is there, you need to put p upstairs, that is power, and root over under that. Okay. This is the funda, this is the formula and trick. That's it. So students, this is the another practice set of 3.3, that is find the cube root of the following numbers. The first one is already given here. So before that, I just want to tell you a few tricks to how to solve it in a very quick manner. So as you can see, this is cube is telling, okay, cube, find the cube root. So cube means what? Of course, x multiplied by x gives you what? X raised to cube, right? So it means what? 3 multiples will be there, that's why it is called as a cube root. Okay, so now in this particular sum, that is 8000, ये आपको किस तरह से करना है मैं आपको सिंपल सा ट्रिक बता देती हूँ. So our question was 8000, correct? So 8000, first of all we will going to bifurcate into 2 parts. Okay, first part here I will going to write 8, and the next part I will going to write 1000. Why I have did this? Because 8 multiplied by 1000 will gives you 8000. Alright, so we are getting the question again. So that is why I am bifurcating the things for your own understanding. And now in this particular 1000, I will be bifurcating more. Say for example, in 3 parts we will do it, because as we are solving what? Cube. That is 10, 10 and 10. Okay, and on the other hand 8 can also be bifurcated very easily with 3 parts. That is 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so now we will going to calculate what it is. 10 tens are 100 and 100 tens are 1000. Here 2 twos are 4 and 4 twos are 8. So we are fulfilling what exactly? We can take a common factors among this, okay, and we can write it and we can solve it. So this was just an explanation for your understanding, students. So here we can solve it very easily. I will write 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 10 multiply by 10 multiply by 10, as I have discussed you earlier. That is 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8, 8 tens are 80, 80 tens are 800 and 800 tens are 8000. So now we just need to pair up the things very easily. Okay, just we need to pair up this with this, this with this and this with this. Okay, so the things will be 2 multiply by 10, 2 multiply by 10 and 2 multiply by 10, and here we have to add this, yes, multiplication sign, is equals to, it is 1, 2, 3. So 2 multiply by 10 gives you cube. Okay, 2 multiply by 10, the whole cube you can say. And here we will write the final answer, that is root cube of 8000 is equals to 20. How is it 20? Because 2 tens are 20, the whole cube as it is. Okay, so it is as simple as it, very simple to understand, just you need to use your tricks. This is the another sum, that is 729. So in this particular sum we have to do some factorization. Okay students, so students of 8th standard, you have grew up from 7th standard, so of course few tricks will be there to be applied in the mathematics. So let's start. What are the tricks now? So as 729, the unit part, that is the ones place, is 9. Okay, so we need to do the factorization in a very nice manner. So now I will write here 729. So 9, so I will take 3, 3 2s are 6, 1 2 4, 3 3s are, okay, then again 3 8s are 24 and 3 1s are 3. The ones part is 1, so again I am going to use what? 3 2s are 6 and 1 is left, that means 7s are, then 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are and 3 1s are. It is very simple tricks, but if you really don't understand this kind of things, you can very well use the rough work by dividing each and everything. Say for example 7 2 9 and 3, so 3 2s are 6, left 1, 2 will come down, 3 4s are 12, so 0 0, again this 9 will come down, so 3 3s are 9. Okay, so see, this is actually what it is. Okay, then again you can write this thing and again you can divide with the 3, like this only you will get every question over here and you can find it out till 1 will come. Okay, so now I will going to write, I will take this all 3s. So how many 3s are there? I just repeat, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 3s are there. So I will write here is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6. I will count once again, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I just pair the thing, okay, with the pairing. So what is the next one? 3 multiplied by 3, the whole cube. So here you can write 3 3s are 9 cube. Okay. So therefore the final answer, the cube root of 729 is equals to 9 raised to 3. That's it. This is your answer. The third sum, that is 343. So here I have already drew this factorization. So now just need to see that the ones place is 3. It means what? It means that it is going to be divided, or it will be go in which table? Not in the 2 table, not even in the 3 table. Okay. So ones को आपको ध्यान में रख कर आपको सारे टेबल्स याद करने हैं. सो लेट्स टेक एग्जाम्पल. 5 में भी नहीं जाएगा, 6 में भी नहीं जाएगा. सो 7 में आता है. 7 7 are 49 and 49 7s are will give you 343. So 7 49s are 343 and 7 7s are 49 and 7 1s are. That's it. So I will take this 3 7s. So here we will write 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. Very easy. 7 raised to 3. It means that therefore the cube root of 343 is equals to 7 raised to 3. Okay.